to share a couple of videos with you guys, and a couple of them are in Spanish, so I'm going to do my best to translate them for you. But I tell you that the new system will be kicking off from Brazil. And I'm going to share with you this video once again because he sounds like a Draco, because that's who they are. The ones that want to run all the governments are Dracos, including him, who he tells you that he has a worm that ate half his brain, a parasite. These are parasitic Dracos. And this is the Profeta, I think it's Simon. He was the one that prophesied about what was going to happen to Colombia and Venezuela, and it did. And he talks about the 3 days of darkness are coming up, and that's what Daddy told me, and the big giant earthquake that's going to come. But he also, this message is interesting because I covered this before. Because he tells you that there's no rapture. I told you there's no rapture. It's a gathering of the people. Because a rapture was given to you by Jesuit priests, and these are reptilians, and they were the ones that took our books, rewrote it, and gave you these Abrahamic religions. The fallen gave you these religions, and they know the book because they rewrote the book. And he tells you that the rapture is these. He tells you that these reptilians, these Dracos, are here already. These Anunnakis are here, and the rapture is that they're going to take the people, these Dracos. So I will be sharing this video again. I will do my best to translate it for you guys. And in the Old English, it tells you that rapture means seizure, rape, or kidnapping. And that's what you're praying for. You're praying for a rapture instead of a gathering. And you see how the waters are going away, and they tell you it's for the data centers. So this has always been part of the plan. So I will share this video. This is from COP27, Club of Rome, because Rome is the one that runs everything. So I will be sharing this video with you guys. And it tells you in the scriptures, Adonai, are you going to free Joshua from Rome now and restore us as an independent nation? Because Rome has these are our lands, and the ones that are doing this hunting party is Rome. So the District of Columbia consists of Washington, D.C., City of London, and Vatican, because we are a corporation under London, as in the tribe of Dan, the one that broke off the tree of life, the tribe of the Antichrist. So, okay, as you can see here, what does it tell you? Rapture. You want to be raptured out of here, right? And the Draco Naxi reptilians. Why do you think they have no heart? What they're doing? These are the army of Lucifer. And it tells you right here, Naxi, on the Naxi, human trafficking, because that's exactly what they're doing right now for the goddess Nashi, who they serve. So this is a Babylonian money magic slave system, Khazar Mafia. And it tells you the Vatican owns the world currency. So they're the ones funding all these people to catch these bounty hunters to catch Jacob. And there we go again. There is your reptilians. You see, and it tells you all money leads to Rome. So that's the new cryptocurrency that's coming. When you get into it, you're going to be connected to Rome. So the Rothschilds are over the House of London and the Vatican, because during the Battle of Waterloo, they have breeding rights to the House of London. And they are the bankers to the Vatican. So basically, the Rothschilds run everything. And they're the ones paying for what they're doing to our people right now. And it tells you that human sacrifices right there, it tells you. So, okay, the reading of the book of Revelation 12, it tells you that the dragon couldn't get Yahushua. So he is going to go after to the rest of her children. And that's what he's doing right now. So he's going after the bloodline, which is Jacob. You notice how they're not hunting anybody else. So this is affecting Canada, North and South and Central America, including the islands, because this is the act of 1666. This is what they're doing right now. So what is this? So that means this is an English law. So if the inhabitants of that area happens to die, or they get burned, or they burn up the place, and nobody claims it after 7 years, they assume that the people are dead, so the state keeps the property. Why do you think that all our territories are under fire right now? And what they're doing is they even have drones in Mexico shooting up people. So they're getting rid of the people that these lands belong to, so that the state can continue to hold our lands, because the 400 years are up. This ended in 2019. So in other words, for them to continue to keep our lands and keep on enslaving humanity, they need to get rid of the people on the land, the rightful owners, Adam, the red nations. So this came out the other day, right? That he was in prison and he was set free after 1,666 days. So when you do the gematria, what does it tell you in the gematria? These are the people of Iran. These are the Iranians. It tells you Revelation chapter 6. So what is Revelation chapter 6? It talks about the scrolls being open, right? All the catastrophes are going to take place, but it tells you, Trump alert now. We are in the real matrix. Okay, W. Bush, son of Hitler. Okay, they're all these people all related. Antichrist, right? The Antichrist, the Muslim Antichrist. The United States is Babylon the Great. The horrible days of great tribulation. We are Lucifer's children. That's who they are. The Canaanites. Demonic strength power, one world order, RFID tags, and that's what is waiting in these FEMA camps. So once you get in there, because it's going to have the second wave, and once you get into these camps, you need to put this in your system. If you're not, they're going to get rid of you. So, okay, I'm going to share this video with these people. These poor children are hiding out in this house in Mexico because they're shooting them with drones, and they're killing them. They're not going to show you ever any of this. So, okay, so people, ICE is going after the people in the supermarkets. They're going after them in their workplace, in the schools. And guess what, church? Because the church is part of Rome. And Jesus, Jesus is not going to save you. Neither is Mary. These are Babylonian religions. Come back to Yahuwah, because the only protection that you're going to have is under Yahuwah's protection. So stop with this religious of Rome. So you see they're all over the place. These poor people, they can't even get groceries. And it tells you in the scriptures, do not pollute the land where you live, for the blood shed pollutes the land. And no atonement can be made for the land on which the blood is shed, except for the blood that the one who has shed it. So in other words, our lands are going to be cleansed with their blood of our enemies, because this judgment is not supposed to fall on us. It's supposed to fall on our enemies. But they're grabbing the people that break the covenant first. So water, fire, and blood is what's going to clean our lands, and that is going to return it to us. Because if you read Ezekiel 38 and 39, it does not end well for them, as they think they're going to do the same thing and get away with it, but they're not. So Daddy has his punishing angels, and that's what they are here right now. The punishing angels are right here, putting judgment upon the world. And at the end of the scriptures, it tells in the book of Revelation that hell and Hades are going to be destroyed. So these punishing angels, death and Hades, are going to be destroyed. They said they will die like men. They're your gods, sons of gods, but you will die like men. Also, it tells you in the scriptures that the reason he's doing this, because we have a lot of, they came into our territory and they gave us all these churches and idols and statues all over the place. So that is going to shake the whole world, the shaking of the whole world, because no statue, no idol, including the Statue of Liberty, no churches, mosque, or anything will be in our lands. So they all will fall down and will be destroyed. This is what Daddy's doing. And I want to share this as well, because as you see, the ICE agents are going after decent, innocent people. They're working. They're not going after the Muslims. Why? Because the Muslims are pedophiles too. They're pedophiles. All these people, these Abrahamic religions, they're all a bunch of pedophiles. That's why they're letting them rise up. So this is the COVID 5G chart. And what does it tell you right here? Second wave, Ebola. Didn't Bill Gates say that the next one was going to be worse? Okay, this is Trump's Space Force. What does it tell you? It tells you right here. Dracos, Reptilian, Anunnakis, and Greys. And there goes R.F. Kennedy, the one with the parasite in his brain. The Children Health Defense. This is who these people are. These are your Dracos, the ones they're here and telling us, because they tell you they will call good, evil, evil, good. So we're supposed to be the bad ones and they're supposed to be the good ones, right? These are the serpent bloodline. These are your Dracos, because a reptilian is a snake with legs. That's what it is. Wake up, people. Wake up, Jacob. This message, Profeta Simon says that there's going to be a worldwide rapture. And he says that a lot of people are going to fall for it because you believe in the lies of these religious institutions. They told you about the rapture, because it says the raptures of reptilians, and they're here already, and they're here in the world. And the reason they don't know the scriptures is because, like I said, they took up books and rewrote them. That's why they know what's in these scriptures.
Pero los reptilianos ya están en el mundo entero y va a haber un arrebatamiento, porque este arrebatamiento es del demonio y muchos de
You see, he says that this rapture comes from the devil.
ustedes se van a ir para la paila con ellos, porque ustedes han creído toda la vida en la mentira. Recuerden que los reptilianos conocen la palabra como fue escrita y sabe el tiempo de ellos que van a llevar a arrebatarlos. Por eso, hermanos, arrepiéntate, abandonen el pecado, oren todos los días, porque si ustedes no oran, se van para las pailas con los reptilianos, se van para las pailas con los reptilianos y se van a quedar 1000 años en la paila. Cristo viene pronto.
E ao mesmo tempo, nós não vamos parar por aí. Já estão encomendados. Bem que eu pedi uma pastilha. Já estão encomendados estudos para eliminar.
Must be hard for you to make appointments on time when there are living parasitic worms crawling through your brain, even as we speak.
The New York Times ran an article about a worm having eaten part of my brain. Nothing surprised me anymore. I'm hoping that worm, whatever it was, ate all of the parts of my brain that generate bad thoughts. Bon appetit.
It's done you a great neurological service, I say, taking away the many addictive, crazy parts of your brain that will not serve you going forward into a campaign that's becoming near historic. It's we can't recall, certainly you can't, with all these neurological parasites. Stay free. See it.
So something happened in the mid-90s that changed our children, and it has to be an environmental exposure. Because genes don't cause epidemics. They can provide a vulnerability, but you need an environmental toxin. And what the president has charged us with is finding which one of those exposures or which collection of exposures are causing this epidemic. For decades, I fought for a simple principle. When it comes to the health of our children, government has an obligation to follow the evidence wherever it leads. Tell the American people the truth and give parents the information they need to make informed decisions for their families.
Y'all check this out, bro. This right here is a Small Business Administration's chief. This is her first day, or I don't know, man. This is their first day in office, and something seems off. Nah, this is too familiar, bro. Look at this.
What's going on, Mac?
First of all, are you in the cabinet?
Well, actually I am. After I had an incredible conversation with the president by phone to become SBA administrator, he texted me and said, actually, you're going to be in the cabinet. That's a really big deal.
About she's going to be in the cabinet, like the closet. You know what I'm saying? Like the closet. Her name is Kelly Loeffler. Kelly Loeffler. Lil feller. I don't know if that's a little fella, bro. You hear the birds chirping. What do you guys notice in the movements? It looks abnormal to me. What's going on over here, bro? I would say this is AI, but it's too long, bro, and this is a real person. Is this all part of the disclosure, bro? This is next level disclosure, bro, man. Let me know down in the comments below. The shit is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
71 ICE arrests per day, every single day in San Antonio alone. The Texas Tribune obtained the numbers. That's nearly 500 arrests per week in one city. Immigrant communities in San Antonio are not even leaving their homes anymore. Parents are not sending their kids to school. Workers are not showing up for work. And local businesses say that foot traffic has collapsed. An advocacy group says that families are hiding in their apartments with blinds shut and afraid to walk to the grocery store. ICE says that this is standard enforcement activity. But check this out. 71 arrests per day is the system. Every morning, agents wake up in San Antonio with a quota that most cities don't even see in a month. So here's the question. If illegals are scared and hiding, isn't that a sign that the system is working? If you can't work, can't go to the store, and won't send your kids to school, how long until you don't have to arrest anyone and they'll just self-deport? 71...
Oh Dios, ya ni a comprar la comida se va a poder ir. Escuchen este video. La agencia migratoria ICE está frecuentando las tiendas de comidas, plazas latinas, bazares y también salones de fiestas, así como lo escuchan. Dicen que en los últimos días se ha incrementado la presencia de ICE en salones de fiestas donde celebran quinceañeras y bodas, así como en las pulgas o tianguis, las famosas pulgas que se le llama aquí en Estados Unidos, donde la gente los fines de semana salía a divertirse. Dicen que los otros objetivos de ICE también serían salones de bailes, o sea, centros nocturnos donde se hacen los bailes, así como los jaripeos en domingo y las canchas de fútbol. Dicen que esto se debe a que no han completado su meta de 1 millón que llevan al año, que apenas lleva 1/4 y van a tratar de juntar esa cifra a como dé lugar. Así es que dicen que en los últimos días podría incrementarse la presencia de ICE en los lugares de fiestas, así como los tianguis y canchas de fútbol. Que santo Dios.
Like, I mean, they were covered with orbs, the trees. Everything looked like plasma, everything. Like, I was like, it felt like I was in a video game. Like, what is going on? It's crazy.
What is this one doing? Look, he's being
Look at
like
that,
a
look at
lay
that,
down.
look at that. Scanning. I love this.
It shows that these poor people and children are hiding out. This is August 14 because the drones are over there shooting up their areas and their homes.
Este video está siendo grabado hoy viernes 14 de agosto acá en la vereda, acá en el corregimiento de Ortega. Hay muchos niños que están refugiados en una casa porque los grupos armados han entrado y han invadido todas las veredas, salieron huyendo de sus casas y anoche, por ejemplo, tiraron drones cargados que cayeron a pocos metros donde está la casa, donde todos estos niños están refugiados. Pedimos a las entidades que nos manden apoyo, que busquen la manera de sacarlos. Son niños que apenas están creciendo. Les rogamos, por favor, que nos ayuden, no sabemos para dónde coger, porque por todos lados están. Ellos se meten a las casas y cuando vienen los helicópteros, los aviones, ellos se quedan en silencio para engañarlos de que no hay nadie, pero todo esto está rodeado de grupos armados. Les pedimos que por favor envíen apoyo, que nos ayuden a salir, no sabemos qué hacer. Se lo rogamos.
The next couple of videos I'm going to be sharing with you is basically the same thing. They're all getting the same message, that all our territories are going to be hit by a huge earthquake, like the scripture says in the reading Ezekiel 38, that when you see Gog and Magog in our lands, which is Israel, which is Jerusalem, is by Utah, and all these territories that belong to our people that was given to Shem because he's cleaning our lands, right? She says that all these territories are going to get hit with a huge earthquake, and it's just not going to be there. It's also going to be in the islands, because the scriptures in Revelation 6 tells you also that the islands will be shaken, because you're talking about an earthquake that's coming to Puerto Rico and Santo Domingo 9.4, because they're right there in our islands right now. These Khazar mafias are there right as well. So all our territories is going to have this huge earthquake. So what I'm sharing with you is going to be the same messages that we're receiving from our people, from our community, letting you guys know about the 3 days of darkness, the earthquake, and the tsunamis. And remember, everything that they have in mind, remember, it's supposed to, something big is supposed to happen by the end of this year, because like the Profeta Simon said, that his grace ended by the end of 2026, that there's no more grace, because whatever they have in mind, they have it for 2027. That's what it's called, COP 27, because all the leaders of the world, all the religions of the world, all of them have united to have people locked up and put in camps. So you guys got to wake up, because like she said, the grace period is about to end, and he said the same thing too. And what she sees happening is going to happen. She says October, November, December. So remember, the new year is for Janos. Whatever he has in mind for the whole new year, everything starts after the new year. And they like to spread the plagues and the start of the new year. That's why they say that the flu season is always January and February, because after you celebrate the pagan holidays, they release it. And whoever participated in all this Christmas and New Year's and all that, you catch it. You're going to catch it, because this is not of Yahuwah. This is of the devil. This is all his holidays, his holidays.
México viene un terremoto, un tsunami, será como a la medianoche de octubre, noviembre, diciembre. Era algo fuerte que afectaría Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras.
Alerta México, esto es una advertencia de Dios, viene grande terremoto, los países serán estremecidos por eventos finales, Cristo viene pronto, escucha esta escalofriante profecía.
Quiero entregar este mensaje que Dios me entregaba. Yo estuve de viaje en México, la Ciudad de México, y Dios me reveló muy fuerte que viene para México. Una vez más viene confirmando el Señor para la fecha de octubre, noviembre, diciembre. México viene un terremoto, un tsunami, será como a la medianoche. En noviembre era algo fuerte que afectaría Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, y miraba olas muy fuertes de 15 metros de alto. En Sinaloa empezaba a ver cómo el cartel empezaban a pelear. Era fuertemente que aún el Señor me empezó a mostrar Estados Unidos, que iba a ser afectado. Venía fuertemente Dios, la justicia de Dios fuertemente viene y viene a afectar Florida, Carolina, y era también, iba a haber tiroteos en Santo Dios, en Michigan. Esto va a ocurrir el 2026 y 2027. Yo veía esos números y podía ver que iba a venir. Él me lo dijo, va a ser para muchos países que vengo global a sacudir. Vengo a derribar altares, vengo a derribar todo imperio que han levantado en las tinieblas. Y yo empezaba a llorar. Y yo miré México, miré Estados Unidos. En esa visión miraba cómo caía la figura de la libertad. Empezaba a caer para abajo. Cuando caía, decía el Señor, mira, ya no van a tener privacidad. Ya no van a tener privacidad, hija mía. Prepárense y dile a la iglesia que despierte. Dile a la iglesia que despierte y prediquen de mi palabra. Porque tienen los dones que yo les he dado, pero lo están usando a su manera. Diles que despierten.
Les advertí y les advertí que Perú, que Guatemala, Salvador, toda esa parte de Puerto Rico, de California, República Dominicana, Haití, van a venir los terremotos 9.5. Recuerden, mexicanos, hoy Jesucristo les recuerda, pueblo mexicano y mundo entero, ustedes hermanos mexicanos, mundo entero, hay que arrepentirse, abandonar el pecado, porque la paila está caliente. Y recuerden, hermanos, va a seguir temblando, porque si ustedes se arrepienten, mundo entero, y buscan de Jesucristo, como dice la palabra, cuando el pueblo se vuelve a Jesucristo, se arrepienten, la tierra se sana y sus corazones, porque ustedes cuando hagan eso serán hijos de Jesucristo. Recuerden, los está llevando a los 4 terremotos que vienen en el mundo entero, como el jinete de la pandemia ya está en el mundo, recorriendo todo el mundo, donde todo el mundo se infectará de la pandemia.
América, yo soy el hermano Miqueias Neves Coelho, proveniente de Brasil. Si quieres llamarme como profeta, llámame. Si quieres llamarme como hermano, llámame. Pero quiero alertar en el espíritu ahora a todo Latinoamérica. El Espíritu Santo está hablando a México, a Guatemala, a Honduras, a El Salvador, a Perú, a Colombia y a toda Latinoamérica, a República Dominicana, a Puerto Rico, a Estados Unidos de América. El Espíritu Santo está hablando. Aleluya, la tierra se temblará. ¿Por qué temblará? Porque hay muchos que burlaron contra mi presencia, dice el Espíritu Santo. Hay muchos que negligenciaron a la voz de mi espíritu, que usó la boca de los profetas, burlaron, pero verá mi mano poderosa, dice el Espíritu Santo. Prepárate, oh Perú, prepárate, oh Salvador, prepárate, oh Honduras, prepárate, oh Guatemala, prepárate, oh México, prepárate ahora Latinoamérica. Escucha la voz del Espíritu Santo. Arrepiéntanse de sus pecados. Todos los ministros que me escuchan ahora, aleluya, clama al Eterno juntamente con la iglesia. Clama por protección. Agarre aceite en sus manos. Declara y profiere la palabra de protección en el nombre de Yahushua HaMashiach. Aleluya, aleluya. De Kamanda haya sota kamabaya kima. Ramanduya kima haya kama sote kema haya. Escucha la voz del Espíritu Santo. Así dice el Eterno.
Profeta Simon, I know he uses the name Jesus Christ a lot, and I believe that he does that because a lot of our communities know him as that name, and he just wants people to get drawn to the word, but I haven't seen him past videos used to correct Hebrew names. He speaks here of the 3 days of darkness. I tell you that it's in the Revelation 6. The darkness is coming, and that you should prepare yourself with food and water, because everything's going to get shut down and money's going to become worthless, because once they do the shutdown, everything turns back on. It's going to be a new system, so money is going to be worthless. So prepare your household, have water, and have food.
3 días de oscuridad, donde todos los cajeros de los bancos y todas las platas que tengan guardadas van a desaparecer, y todo el mundo va a quedar limpio, porque el anticristo. Eso viene a tomar el poder y a podernos manejar. Recuerden, la pandemia ya está aquí y nos van a encerrar.
So he says that the Antichrist system is about to kick off, and in order to control us, it's with money. So they're going to erase everything because they're going to control us to money, and they're going to close people and lock us up again because the pandemic is coming. I told you it's going to come.
Pronto a todos. Recuerden, viene la tragedia de que no va a haber comida, y si ustedes no comienzan a guardar comida para proteger a sus familias, ustedes van a tener que aguantar hambre y se van a tener que entregar al anticristo y se van a tener que...
Like he said, if you don't save food and water and put things aside, people are going to go hungry, and you're going to have to turn yourself into the system, like these areas, these designated areas that the government are going to have. And once you get in there, the women and men will be separated, the children will be separated, and you won't be able to leave because they're going to put those tags on you. And if you're not going to be able to leave unless you're going to live in a box, if you know what I mean, a coffin.
Amado pueblo de todo el planeta Tierra, escucha la voz del Espíritu Santo que habla claramente diciendo, aleluya. Mateo capítulo 24, el verso de número 22. Y si aquellos días no fuesen acortados, nadie sería salvo, mas por causa de los escogidos, aleluya, aquellos días serán acortados. Aleluya. Usted está escuchando bien lo que el Espíritu Santo está diciendo. Por causa de los escogidos, el tiempo sería cortado. Aleluya. Estoy aquí orando en el Espíritu, y el Espíritu Santo me decía, date cuenta que el tiempo está pasando muy pronto. Date cuenta que el tiempo está acelerado. Aleluya. Diga a mi pueblo, diga a todas las naciones, para que se perdonen unos a otros, que la familia se reconcilie, el padre con el hijo con el padre, la madre con la hija con la madre, los hermanos carnales, los tíos, los abuelos y todos los parientes se reconcilien, porque aleluya, mi venida está cerca. Aleluya, los tiempos están expresando mi regreso. El Espíritu Santo me decía claramente, mis amados hermanos, aleluya, que hay que tener amor, porque cuando Él manifestare en las nubes, será un asombro para toda la tierra. Aleluya. Escucha la voz del Espíritu Santo. El tiempo está acelerado, los días están cortos, el año se acaba.
So this little girl had a vision or a dream, and she said that she saw Yahushua coming, and the sky opened up, and she said that she saw darkness. I told you, because in the Revelation 6, it's going to be dark. It tells you the 3 days of darkness, and she said the sky opened up and that the angels were singing, but people were too distracted looking at their phones instead of praising and asking for forgiveness and worshiping Him. And that's why she's so sad about it.
Jesucristo, y muchos se quedaron porque estaban entretenidos con el celular en la mano. Iglesia de Jesucristo, es hora de despertar.
Está llorando Sara Rebeca, dice, porque ella tuvo un sueño anoche, soñó con el Señor, dice que el Señor venía, entonces ella está llorando. Cuenta, Sara Rebeca, el sueño que tuviste.
Que era el fin del mundo y el cielo se fue.
¿El cielo qué hace? El cielo se oscurecía. Y de ahí
se abría el cielo y salía
se abría el cielo, Sara. Ajá.
Y saliendo los ángeles están cantando
los ángeles estaban cantando. Ajá. Y el Señor
venía con un caballo y su corona y toda casi una gente estaba viéndolo y otra gente con el teléfono descuidada.
Estaban descuidados. Unos lo veían, otros no.
Y después lo que lo vieron comenzaron a llorar y ahí comenzaron
se hincaba la gente. Dijiste que la gente se hincaba delante de Dios, se hincaba la gente. ¿Y cómo comenzaron qué? ¿Las estrellas a qué?
Las estrellas a caer.
Cristo viene,
And she even said that the stars fell from the heavens. You see, so everything that she explains, that's in the book of Revelation. That she explained the 3 days of darkness. She saw darkness. She saw the angels singing to him, the sky opening up, and the stars falling.
In 1975, the Club of Rome published a second report, Mankind at the Turning Point. The lead quotation was telling.
The world has cancer, and the cancer is man.
The report concluded,
the solution of these crises can be developed only in a global context with full and explicit recognition of the emerging world system, a new world economic order, and a global resources allocation system.
In other words, technocracy. Top-down control of everything, including populations. But if that was the solution, a worldwide problem was required. Climate change provided the answer, as admitted in a later Club of Rome document.
This is the quote from page 115. In searching for a new enemy to unite us, we came up with the idea that pollution, the threat of global warming, water shortages, famine, and the like would fit the bill. All these dangers are caused by human intervention, and it is only through changed attitudes and behaviour that they can be overcome. The real enemy, then, is humanity itself. It really does look as though they are inventing climate change there.
They just made it up out of thin air, literally. That nobody really looks at that book and say, well, there you go. It's not, this has nothing to do with science whatsoever. They just made it up.
Interestingly, in 1988, Maurice Strong had been instrumental in establishing the IPCC, the mainly political entity which endorsed a thesis by a small group of scientists that industrial carbon dioxide was driving climate change, and the IPCC has been locked into that theory ever since.